Well, we're back with Soccer 3. Um, I know a lot happened last time. I should excuse me. Mm, um, yeah, I'll just play on and I'll just go through it eventually. Mm, mm, mm-hmm. Oh, what did you yeah. Really? Excuse me. Anna's eyes widen and her cheeks turn pink. Mm. Coughing to the deliberately into 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 one hand. She dips her head and mumbles. That might be a bit premature. I'm afraid. Oh, look, what? I powerful, fairly disappointed. Disappointment. Wow, wow, she may actually came. Mm, I thought you liked me. No, no, no. You were all over me last night. Mm, are you trying to say you wouldn't wear a wedding dress for my sake? It's not like that. It's not, it's not that I would, but that's more Hifumi's domain than mine. I wouldn't want to step on her toes. Wow, wow. I, talk talk about freaking um talk about avoiding. In any event, I'm not sure if I'm if I'm cut out for being a wife. I'm too busy. I'm too busy at work. Oh, hold on. I'm too busy with work. I I hardly spend time. We hardly spend time together. As it. Hold on. Let me go back. I want to go back now. Actually, I like you in. Actually, I like you more in your business clothes. Really now. Ryder smiles thinly. Yeah, that's interesting to know. And is that a particular reason why? I don't know. I guess it makes you. I guess because. I guess it's because you look so smart and put together. Mm. You mean to say you like more mature women? You like mature older women who can take charge and boss you around? Maybe. I never really thought. I never really thought of myself as being older submissive. But what can I say? Mona must bring it out of me. That's not that's not that's not to say your red dress wouldn't look to would that didn't look good too, of course. I think it was very pretty, but it wasn't really you. You were dressed you were dressing up back then, playing a part. The cool, the cool, confident Marna in the business suit is the woman I know best. Who I first fell for. Now, charming. Marna beams. She must be pleased by my compliment, although I'm not sure why. I bet Marna gets lashy, gets lash, gets lavished with praise on a regular. I'm a nobody really. My opinion isn't all that special. But Marna seems to value it all the same because it's because she values me. I'm glad you like my dress roll. I did pick it out thinking of you. Oh yay! Mm. Although although I did want to attract a lot of stares, that was my job as the hostess of last night's ball. It was my duty to shine, but I wanted to shine for your sake too. Mm. I wanted to look mad. I, I wanted to look marvelous, so you would pay attention to me and only me. Oh gosh. Oh really? I blinked. I didn't think you were the jealous type. I'm not normally. I have no qualms of sharing you. No, hold up. I have no qualms about sharing you with my sisters. They're fellow suckers like myself, and it's hard for humans to resist them. But the thought of being passed over, hold up, but the thought of being passed over in the favor of normal human women is a different matter. Miranda pouts, pouts, pouts cutely for her arms folded. Aw, I knew there would be a lot of famous women at the event. It would be a lie if I said I wasn't a little concerned that I would choose them over you. Mm, I never cared so much about I never cared so much about any of my previous conquests. But well, you're special. Do you find that strange? No, I think it's endearing. I smile at Myrna fondly. I was under the impression she would hold on. I was under the impression she would be she did she would brought okay, I'm guessing she did brought that that dress to make a good impression on the paparazzi. Everything she said earlier uh, att- uh, attested to as much. But but now I know. But I know. Okay, okay, but I know now. uh, But I now. Okay, it's okay. I'm just gonna spice it up. Okay, but now I know. I see. She might had alternative motives. She didn't just look to. No, she didn't just want to look good for the sake, excuse me, of gossip mangas. Of gossip magazines and TV specials. She was thinking about me too. She spent over 3 million yen so she could look good for my sake. That's a bit heavy. That's a bit heavy now. Thinking about that, it's kind of crazy. I know you. I know you can't put a price on love, but 2 million yen as is astronomical. I could never dream. I could never ever dream of having that much money. But Marta used it to ensure my eyes wouldn't wander. If that is, if that isn't proof of her love, I don't know what is. Thank you, thank you for uh, thank thank you for thinking of me, Marta. Uh, it makes me happy. Your tastes are impeccable as always. You looked so good in that dress. Uh, I couldn't look at anybody else, much less think of them. How hard dancing was, yeah. Mm, you were the only one on my mind all evening. Oh, she smiles. Do you really mean that? I do. You stole my heart all over again. Mm, though you really didn't need to buy such an expensive dress. You didn't need to buy such an expensive dress. You're so pretty, so I bet you will look good in anything, even a even a potato sack. Well, I could hardly show up to my own ball in a potato sack. Mm, but I do appreciate the compliment. Maria chuckles. I suppose I was foolish to be concerned. In a room full of human women, I, I shall always shine the brightest. Normal women can't compete normal women can't hope to compete with us succubus. That might be true, but I don't like you. But I don't like you solely because you're a succubus. I like you for your own sake. You've been looking out for me for since the day we met. You act cool on afoot, but I think you're a very kind woman. You're cute. Oh what? Oh goodness, she's getting showered with compliments, and she's turning redder than a freaking tomato. I can't believe you're calling. I can't believe you would call me cute, sure, or sexy, yes, but not cute. That's not my archetype. If you like cute girls, you would better off talking to Ayo Cosmos. Ayo Cosmos are cute too, but you're cute in a different way. No, I'm not. If you think that, you might need classes. You might need new classes. You can say whatever you want, but right now, mm, I stab my finger in her direction. Mm, You can't stop me from thinking about you. You can't stop me from thinking that you're cute. Last night you were last night when you cuddled in bed with me like a stray cat, you were you are practically adorable. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. My heart almost stopped beating. Yeah, dude, that seriously sounds. Maria tries to look sound and unaffected. She can't help it. She's just on cloud nine right now. Mm, she clears her throat and coils a strand of her white hair around her finger. But I can but I can see that she's shaking. Mm, and in that case, you probably see a, you probably see, you should probably see a cardiologist. I don't think I need to. I know I know there's nothing wrong with my heart. Eh, These are my sincere, truthful feelings. I think you're cute, and and you'll be better to accept it, and you would better accept it. Hmm. This is a this is this is a quite novel for me, but in that case, Miranda draws in a breath. She straightens her shoulders, then says firmly, "If you, oh gosh, she's tried so hard. If you want, or if you want me to accept that I'm cute, which I still don't believe, then I want you to, I want you then I want you to accept I do not care about the fate of my dress has suffered. It was it was an expensive piece, yes, but I could afford it. I knew I knew I would be dancing, so I prepared for it to get rumbled. Mm, mm. It's perfectly salvageable. What she's saying is we can use the dress again. I think I can soon fix it up. I can soon fix it up again. You'll never know. It got what, ceased to begin with. I might be well. I might be wealthy. I might be wealthy, but I'm not very. I'm not very wasteful. So I would let my fine possessions go to ruin. Oh, that I would. Uh, but I'm not so wasteful. I would let all my fine possessions go to ruin. I take good care of all my belongings. So so do not fret. You have done nothing to apologize for, and I won't hear you. And I won't hear. And I won't hear of you feeling guilty. Ha ha ha. All right, fine. I'll stop apologizing about your dress if you stop saying you're not cute. All right, fine. It's a deal. Okay. Maria holds out her hand. I take it in. I take it in. I take it in my arm, and we shake on this agreement. There, now that we've made a verbal contract of what, if you go back on your word, I'll mobilize my entire legal team. Don't be surprised if next time we meet, it's at court. Oh Lord, at court, but I don't have that sort of money. You would bankrupt me. Mm, then you best not regress on our agreement. Everybody wins. Oh, Miranda smiles thinly as in the same style I suspect she does. Hold up. In the same style I suspect she does when clinching complex business deals. Yeah, she's a full dominatrix. This woman, though her cute side is undeniably, and now and now and now Marna legally can't deny it. She's kind of scary too. Her backbone's made of sturdy stuff. Hmm. I guess she's gotta be fierce, or she'll never be able to build her business empire as she has, or she never will be able to build her business empire as she has. It's no wonder she's so respected. Mm, let's see. Now, now the day is wearing on. I would like to stay with you and talk, but my company will not manage itself, unfortunately. I fear I ought to be going soon, but before I do, I would like to ask you something. Okay? Might be silly, but are you happy, bro? That's a surprising question. No, that's a broad. No, that's a broad question. Happiness isn't that cut and dry. It enthralls a lot of things. From from one job, from one job satisfaction to their finances, to their familiar relationships, to their friendships. Mental hearts, mental hearts, mental health. Oh goodness gracious, mental health also important as it is the physical. People can people can people can be satisfied in one area, but woefully discomfort in another. Happiness comes and goes. It's unpredictable patterns. It's it, it's even more erratic erratic than the than the migraphic patterns of birds and fish. For a long time, I didn't think I was very pleased with any aspect of my life. I lived in a tumble down apartment. I had a long commute to work, and I felt like my boss never valued me. Not really valued me. I rarely spoke to my parents. I had few friends, and I didn't have a girlfriend. The only relationship I had was with my desk, my laptop, and maybe my camera. It's kind of miserable. But things have changed so much since I met IU and Marina. Mm, I still I still live in a chummy apartment, crummy, crummy, crummy. Uh, um, I still have a tiring commute to work, and I still don't like my boss all that much. But these issues don't wear but these issues don't weigh on me the way they did. If I had to stop and think about it seriously, then yeah, I return to Mara's a queer with a smile. I'm happy, I'm happy, and I owe a good chunk of that to you. Your influence has opened up a lot of doors in my life. I can't really thank you enough. You're welcome, dear. Well, Varna shrugs off my thanks as she as ought as thought as ought she hasn't done anything anything all that amazing. Maybe in her eyes she hasn't. Marna's soul is far wealthier than I am, so she can afford to pull strings and distribute favors like it's nothing. Yeah, I would love to have that. Or to have anybody close to that any damn way. And in the grand scheme of things, she might have gone that far. Uh, in the grand scheme of things, she might not have gone that far out of her way for my sake. But I appreciate it all the same. She didn't have anything. She didn't have to do anything. She could have done nothing. She didn't owe me, so she didn't owe me, but she still helped. She really is a kind woman. Mm, I think. Oh, hold up. I think this. Oh, uh, I think it only fair that I should help you out whenever I can. You're a very important person to me, hero. When you're happy, I'm happy too. Yay! Oh, though I have had other partners in the past, they didn't break my heart as much as you did. I'm the, I'm one of the oldest among my sisters, and I did a bit more secure about romance, but I do care about you a lot. I might even love you. Wow, that's a surprise. I'm a succubus, and you're a human, but you're more than just prey to me. You are very, very dear to me. Oh, look, she gave more hot than ever. Okay, oh, is this gonna be about her? This whole, I hope so. I hope this one's gonna be about her. Mm, you made quite the you made that quite apparent. I never once doubted your feelings. Well, that's good. You are my most precious, beloved partner. I adore you, so please take care of yourself. Mm, don't let yourself get swept away. Don't let your go. Don't let yourself get swayed away in the arms of another. I don't mind. uh, I don't mind sharing you with my sisters, but as I said, that's that is no problem. But but there's one person, but there's one person I absolutely do not want you. But there's one person I absolutely do not want to share you with under any circumstances. Was that what? This conversation has taken quite a bit of a dark turn. I thought Marna meant to reassure her love for me before heading off to another day at the office. But maybe not. This doesn't sound like a piece of a motherly advice. It sounds like a real genuine warning. Why? This is kind of intense. I don't I if I didn't know any better, I would almost think I was in some sort of danger. It's like Ralph. It's like the freaking Ralph meme. I'm in danger. I laugh a little, trying to diffuse the tension, but it doesn't work. This strange, subliminal atmosphere remains, setting up setting upon my shoulders like a layer of of freshly fallen snow. Mm, that is exactly what I'm saying. Yes. Okay. Uh, Miner's words send a shiver running down my spine. Suddenly, I feel cold. My little joke doesn't seem to be funny at all anymore. Am I really in danger? Well, I can't say for certain. There's a chance I'm overreacting, but Hafumi uh, Hafumi had some business with Lady Yui Yui a week prior, so she had to return to the succubus realm for a brief spell. Okay, have you heard about Lady Yuki Hero? Yeah, I have. Hafumi told me a little bit about her. She told me Yuri rules over all succubus, I mean, Hafumi acts as her advisor, right? That is indeed correct. Okay. Hmm. Lee Yuri is rather young as rulers goes. She wasn't supposed to ascend the throne. That should have been Hafumi's job, but she abdicated. Okay. Then the crown went to Lady Yuri, the next in line to inherit. Okay, I suppose you knew this too. Hopefully mentioned it briefly. That's good. Then I won't burden you with too many explanations. Okay. I won't go into too many details. I don't I don't think it's the time for it right now. But I spoke to Hifumi a few days ago when she returned from the Succubus realm. She was a bit shaken actually. She was. But why? Did something happen? Nothing happened just yet, but it seems Lady Yuri has taken it seems Lady Yuri has taken a liking to a particular human boy, but a boy who is for some reason in for some ampliflexible reason torn by a whole harem of succubus. It shouldn't really take you too long to guess who this boy might be. Oh, I'm in danger. Well, after hearing all that, there's one person who it could be. You mean I I I gestured towards myself. Me. We're nuts. Oh no. Clever boy. I thought you would work. I knew you would work it out. I should act dumb. God damn, I wish I had the choice to act dumb. It's not like it was a great mystery, but isn't it kind of weird? Why would the succubus princess be interested in me? I'm not that special. Here we go again. How can you say that when you have ensnared the heart of five succubus already? You clearly must have. You clearly must be. It's rare for one man to attract. It's very rare for one man to attract so many succubus. It's rare for one man to withstand the the blunt of one succubus passion, let alone five. Thinking about it in such terms, it oh, hold up. Thinking about it in such terms, uh, it's to be expected Lady Yuri would take a interest in you at some point. I was foolish for not considering it. So this Lady Yuri, has she been keeping tabs on me? Hmm, I guess so. We're not. Lady Yuri seems as Lady Yuri needs to manage the succubus realm, she doesn't often leave it. Mm, but we succubus have ways of observing the human world on our own. From what I gather, Yuri has been watching you for quite some time. For all I know, she might be watching you right now. We might, but we would never, we would be none the wiser. Uh, I glanced around the hotel, suddenly paranoid. I never considered the possibility of being observed before. It simply hadn't occurred to me. Now, now Marna planted the idea in my mind. However, I can't shake it. My skin prickles. I feel uneasy. Was it Yuri watching me? The one evening when I was with IU and Hazel? Oh, she probably was. What about the time Cosmo showed up at my house wearing a bunny girl costume? Or last night when I was when I was in the hotel with mine? Yeah, if she was watching me, I have no way of knowing. Now that's unrevealing. So this lady, what does she want with me? Oh, of that I'm not certain. It's possible she only means to watch you to see what will happen. But Hifumi was concerned she might try to make her acquaintance here in the human world. In the human, yeah, the human world. If you hold up, if you intrigue her enough, there's a chance she could take you. There's a chance she could take you with her to the succubus realm. Then she might make you her plaything. Plaything. That's right. Mm. If that were to happen, you would completely be at her mercy. She could lock you up in a succubus realm and never ever let you leave. I say Lady U is a jealous, possessive is a jealous, possessive sort. If she gets her hands on you, there's no telling what will happen. I'm worried about you all, so please stay safe. Don't let your guard down, and don't trust her. I love you a lot, hero. Oh, you Mara's eyes borrow into mine. They look very intense and serious. I'll be heartbroken if you stole you from me. Well, how come I'm willing to bet that's exactly what's gonna happen. That's exactly what's gonna happen. The train rattles around me as I make my way back home. Since today's Sunday, since today's yeah, since today is a Sunday, I don't have work to attend to, which is just uh, which is just as well as since it's almost 9. If I did go have to go to the office, I'll be late for sure. My boss might be taking a sort hold on, my boss might be taking a soft approach with me of late, but I don't think he will let my target slide. He's such a sticker for timekeeping. He might as well be German. Uh, Although I had a pleasant night, I feel a little sleepy. Marna's stringing aroused me, and I couldn't get back to sleep. I feel tired. Maybe I should get some shut eye when I return to my apartment. That sounds appealing. I do feel bad for Marna though. It's the weekend, and she held a large charity event last night, but she still has to go into her office. I com- I complain I complain about my job all the time. I complain about my job all the time. I don't think anybody likes working after hours, but Marina has it way tougher than I do. She's very impressive in all sorts of ways. Yeah, I I hope I hope I was able to relieve her of some sort of. I hope I was able to relieve her of at least some of her heavy burdens last night. Oh, did we? Did we? I bet. Although I didn't inadvertently create a whole new problem by sullying her expensive dress. Yeah, sullied it very well. Mm. She told me not to apologize on plain on pain of legal action, but I do feel kind of bad about it. I never really I never really been in a position to ruin 3 million yen dress to ruin a 3 million yes a 3 million yen dress before. The idea might sound uh, chartable, but in practice is not much fun. So the dress is not the only thing wearing on my mind either. Uh, the train the train uh rounds a corner. My head bumps against the wall, and I widen. I can't stop thinking about what Marina said this morning. According to her, the ruler of all succubus has her eye on me. I'm not sure what I'm not sure what that enthralls. entails exactly, but mm, it if if you intrigue her enough, there's a chance she could take you away with her to the succubus realm to make her to make you her newest plaything. Could that really happen? It sounds like a it sounds like a story tale straight from it sounds like a story. Hold on, it sounds like a storyline lifted from lifted lifted straight from a light novel. That sort of, and it's quite funny because exactly what I'm playing. That the sorts of long unwanted titles you see in and bookstore windows, stealing 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 self space from the classics. My high English teachers, uh, my high school English teachers like Daizal and Misachin, Misachin something. I guess it doesn't sound like uh, uh I guess it doesn't sound like too terrible a fate in theory, but Lady Yuri's jealous is and possessive sort. If if she gets her hands on you, there's no way though. There's no telling what will happen. I don't know. I don't know the first thing about Lady Yuri, but Marina's words don't paint don't paint her in the most compelling light. To be honest, she seems kind of scary. I mean, well, she was hot back then, I guess. Uh, if she uses her succubus magic, she would be able to watch me wherever I go, wherever I do. I'm only a weak, feeble human. I have no idea. I have no way of hiding from her. What will happen if she really decides to kidnap me? I'll be entirely at her mercy, and I'm afraid I'll never be able to see Marina and the others again. No, they'll just have to come back to the succubus realm. My journey back home is uneventful despite my anxieties. I meet nobody suspicious on the train, not even Cosmos, not nor during my walk back to my apartment. Even everything seems normal. The sky is blue, the birds are chirping, and the people I pass by on the gray sidewalk hurry, hurry without a word. Hurry by without a word. Nobody gives me a second glance. I'm feeble. I fumble with my keys for a little while outside my apartment. My palms feel sweaty, although it's not a particular hot day. I dropped them twice. Goodness gracious, why am I shaking? Nothing bad has happened. I have no reason to feel afraid. Everything's normal, like I said, but something doesn't feel right. I breathe deeply, then examine my apartment. It looks the same as it always does, with the dreary windows and age spotted walls. When when I try the front door handle, it doesn't budge. It's still locked, as if I as it just as I left it last night. I don't think anybody has been here during my absence. Even if they have, how would I know? Succubus like Cosmos can bypass locks with their magic. I should have known. Uh, I should I should know from past experience. She's done it enough times. There, the thoroughly, thoroughly, this Yuri can be far stronger than Cosmos. She could be inside my house, or she could be inside my home with ease if she wanted. She could be sitting inside waiting for me right now. In fact, she could stop it. I castrate myself under my breath. You're being stupid. There's nothing wrong. You don't even know this. You don't even know Lady Yuri. You didn't even know Lady Yuri was watching you until an hour ago. Why would you let it bother you so much now? Of course, of course, I know it's bothering me now. Oh, of course, I know why it's bothering me now. It's because back then I didn't know there was anything, there was anything for me to be bothered by. Ignorance is bliss, as they say. Yep, that's right. Ignorance is bliss. My over my overactive imagination is trying to make up for my lack of panic over the last week. I was being observed unknowingly, and it's working too. You need to get your act together. There's nothing to be afraid of. Just go in. I grip my keys. Uh, uh, I grip my keys a little more tightly than I twist it. And we're fine. Then I I I lock the door. I lock the lock the lock on the lock the lock of my front door gives way, and I step inside. I close the door behind me. I took off my shoes, and then I paid into then I pad into the kitchen. There's nobody here. It's a nice small place. Well, of course there isn't. I sighed deeply relieved. What do you expect? You're so stupid. You must have worked harder than you thought last week. You should probably take a nap before you start hallucinating for real. And you really have to stop talking to yourself. Scolding myself thus I open my bedroom door. It looks like it looks it looks the same as ever. It looks the same as always. My futon is arranged neatly in one corner, and my shelves are stacked with books and CDs. My blinds are up. My the sun the sunlight filtered filtered filters and across the Tommy mats. So far, everything as it should be, with an exception. There's only one exception, mind you, but it sure is a doozy. Um, hi. So you're finally here, Harold. You kept me waiting for quite a long time. Um, how can I help you? How can I help you? You look lovely though. Whoever you are. Don't you know it's rude to keep a lady waiting? Okay. So what? I'm disappointed in you. Okay. So she has some nice bazongas though. So what's with this dress? Are you another sister that I'm supposed to be aware of? What I what wait what you I if I haven't tucked my keys back into my pocket already, I'm sure I would have dropped them. I feel like I dropped my jaw too, all the way to the floor. I was right. There was really somebody in my apartment. It's a mysterious woman. I don't know how old she is, but she must be a similar age to myself, in her mid 20s or so. She's kneeling on my tatami mat. hands folded upon her lap, like a Henya doll. She rises to her feet. However, upon seeing me, everything about this woman is graceful and elegant. Her hair is long and dark, and it castrates all the way down to the small of her back. Uh, she attired uh, 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 attired in a soft white blue fabrics, and her eyes are slightly outlined in blue. When she rises to her feet, she doesn't. She does so without a sound. Her dress ripples like a wave of oceans, like an ocean. Her outfit looks like it should, like it should cumbersome. Her, her outfit looks like her, her outfit looks like it should be cumbersome, but it doesn't hamper her in the slightest. She looks like a goddess. I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, the bottom part any damn way. This headpiece of hers says something different, but there's something familiar about her. I'm sure I've seen her before, but where? Maybe uh, is so is that how you greet me? I'm disappointed. The woman presses her lips together in an indentured distaste. I thought you would be happy. I thought you'd be happy to see me. I thought you'd be happy. I thought you would be happy. Didn't you miss me in the slightest during these last few years? I'm wounded. What? But you are. Her words stir a series of memories within me. Hey, is it that? It's her. I recall a cool, pondered sky with with a similar with a similar shade of this woman's dress. The roof of my high school with its iron fence. A gentle breeze fluttering of a plaited skirt. Her hands clamped, eyes widened, a gentle, a gentle, a queer spoken between two students in their final year of school. I know this might be sudden, so please forgive me for the intrusion. You, you, uh, you are free to turn me down if you wish. I do not mean to to inconverse you, but please, Okasawa, no hero, will you go out with me? Uh, a single a single sliver escapes from my lips. It tumbles from my mouth in the stillness of my apartment, and seems to shudder on the tatami floor. That's why this woman looks familiar. It's been a long time since we spoke, but I still have dreams about her. I never thought I would see her again. I thought it was impossible. Did she go studying abroad? Uh, didn't she go study? Didn't she go and study abroad? I was certain she was in America now or Europe. She always took everything seriously, but she was particularly fascinated about her studies. Although she was a transfer student, she had the best of grades in her class. She could have done anything, gone anywhere. Everybody knew. she was special. That's why she. That's why the class. That's why the class kept her at that distance. I think they knew she wasn't like us. That's why I was suspicious. That's why I was so suspicious when she asked me out on the rooftop. Only a few months before our university exams. She was my first ever girlfriend. We were only together for a little while, but I cherished all the time. I cherished that time all the same. Or so I thought. I never thought this, Yuki. I stare at her stunned. I think it was easier to swallow the existence of succubus than it is all of a sudden. Seeming uh, marvelous on a seeming miracleistic appearance of my ex girlfriend. Like, is that really you? You remember me? Okay. He, he smiles. I'm relieved. I had feared you might have forgotten that the thought was painful. Yuki raises one hand upon her chest. I did not think that our time together. uh, mm, I did not like to think that our time together meant so little to you when you were my first. You were my first too. You were my first you were my very first girlfriend. I know it's been a while. I never thought but I never could forget you. But I would never would forget you. Why? Thank you. You've always been so passionate. I thought you wouldn't need though you wouldn't need shout so loudly. I'm standing right here. I'm sorry. Oh, look, she's blushing a little bit. All right, it's all right. I like that passion part about you. It's amusing. You were very dear to me once, Harold. You still are. In fact, though it has been a long time, much has changed, including myself included. I'm not the girl you used to know, or indeed the girl you thought you knew. I've grown up quite a bit since then. Mm, mm. Yuki tips her head to the one side. She seems considering something because she sighs. I did not think I would ever see you again, but I'm surprised. But I suppose I have always been drawn to you. Once again, you procured my interest. What do you mean? Didn't you go study? Or Didn't you go and study abroad? I went abroad in a manner of speaking. I had duties to attend to. You see, I still do. I'm a very busy woman. I'm sure if Bafumi knew I was here, she would scold me. I am behaving poorly. What, what am I to do? Mm, uh, I thought I could leave you be, but how can I? That is no longer possible. Wait, what? I stare at Yuki in the what I see it, but what I am sure is a very intelligent manner. Not. Uh, are you what I think you are? Oh no. Well, okay. Okay. So, okay. So, excuse me. Okay. So, my ex girlfriend is the succubus queen, who is a possessive, crazy person. Probably, who is my first girlfriend? I sure know how to pick them. It seems like it seems like it's been a lot Oh, it seems like uh, it seems like it's been my lot in life as of late to be prepared to be potentially surprised and confused by everything. She has some nice hips though. I wish sometimes sometimes I wish I could ingestate events of my own volition instead of being forced to react to them. I'm starting to feel a little like a chess piece being pushed around on the board with no free will of my own. This is all I'm saying. Let's slow down for a second. You said you know her for me. Yes. Yuki blinks, her expression uncomprehending. Is that an issue? I guess not. It depends. Which Hifumi are you talking about? Why the same Hifumi that you know? Yamamoto Hifumi, the famous actress. Who else? Right, right. Who else indeed? This is more complicated than I first imagined. So so what? So how do you know Hifumi? And more importantly, how do you know that I know Hifumi? I haven't seen her in a while, and our relationship is supposed to be a secret. It may be a secret from the praying masses, but I am not so easily fooled. It is my duty, you see, to know everything my subjects are getting up to. Subjects? Yes, indeed. Mm, I've been monitoring I've been monitoring Hifumi for quite some time, and you too, and Cosmo and Marina and Hazel. They're all my subjects. They cannot hide nothing from me. They can hide nothing from me. I see all and I know all. Okay, and I know exactly what they've been doing with you. They've been taking you from me, huh? What? Then you mean my voice trays off? I know exactly what this. I know exactly what this all means. Mm, mm. I had to be pretty stupid not to put it all together by now. What it all seems so ridiculous. As if it wasn't as if it wasn't enough hold on, as 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 if it wasn't enough that my high school girlfriend has an appearance and has appeared in my apartment quite out of the blue. That'll be a pretty big that'll be a pretty big plot twist in its own right. But this excuse me, excuse me. If this isn't too much of a coincidence, what are the odds? Yuki, you're not really Yuki, are you? That's how you would how you refer to yourself when we're in high school when we were in school together. But Marina calls you something quite different. Yes, I can imagine. She has never liked me much. No, she has no yeah, she has never liked me much. What scornful impediments does she use to refer me? What does she use to refer to me? That bitch, perhaps. But no, Y- Yuki is such a demeanor, such a demure, mild mannered. Hearing her say a word like bitch is quite shocking. My preference of her is falling apart here. My perception. I thought she was a serious trauma, trauma, traumatical beauty. And but actually, are you Yuri? Aren't you? You're Lady Yuri, right? The ruler of succubus. Yes, I am. Okay, Yuri, Yuki, or Yuri, rather, doesn't refute this impossible claim. Instead, she nods. I am Lady Yuri. I once lived in the human realm, among all as all. I oh damn no no no, go back, 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 go back. Ah, damn it. Okay, looks like I can't. Mm, okay. Uh, Yuri rather doesn't refute this impossible claim. Instead, she nods. I am indeed. Oh, hold up. I am Lady Yuri. I once lived in the human realm, as all young succubus do, and to learn of human culture and of your ways. But since the comp but since the comp but since the completion of my training, I have I have within dwelled dwelt within the realm of the succubus. Hold up. I am the one to who all succubus you you meet have looked up to. They all revere and fear me. At least they should. Tuh. Mm. But perhaps, given my youth and relative inexperience, I have been too soft on them. Yuki no Yuri's I have to remember she is really Yuri. Eyes flash. Eyes flash. My subjects have been very, very wicked. They all have been trying to sway your heart. I am a magnificent ruler. I'm no tyrant. I am prepared to forgive one or two indiscretions. You are an interesting person, so I do not be, berage my so I do not begrudge my subjects for for their influ, for their for their interior interest. Mm. But three times, four, five, six. Uh, your experience clutches into a fist. I can't stand by and watch them seduce you any longer. It's simply not fair. Well, that's not fair. I'm the one who met you first, not them. You are my first partner, and to this day, you are my only partner. I love you. I love you sincerely. You see, Carl, hold up right there. Loved, sweetheart. You, you loved. Keywords here. Loved, not love. Uh, uh, You loved you. I loved you sincerely, and and part of the love continues to exist within me. Part of that love. Part. It's just part. Not all love, sweetheart. You don't really think you forgot about me. I'm sure you feel it too. We have a connection. We were meant to be together. Hmm. I've often quite uh, I often thought of you true, but there is no buts. Yuri Yuri cuts me off. What up? Oh, she cuts me off. Her voice sharp and cold. My legs tremble. I feel faint. I remember I remember Yuki was quite cold and distant, and distant. And disdain. I think is disdain a lot of a lot of guys in my class were perturbed by her. They thought she was they thought her unsettling. I thought so too once until she confessed her feelings for me on top of the rooftop. That came as a huge surprise. I didn't realize Yuki, the steam and accused honor student would ever feel love. Could even feel love. I was wrong. I was wrong on that count. However, though her love was very honest, it's, the- her love was her her her, her love was very earnest and sincere, so much that it uh, so much that so much so much so that it survives you for years. That survived for years. Yuki was always serious about her schoolwork. It stands to reason she would just be as she would just be as serious as about her. I do not want uh, I, I I I don't want my subjects talked. Oh, hold on, hold on. I don't want my subjects taking you for themselves. They don't deserve you. I want you for myself, and I've come here to take and I've come here to stake my claim. Okay, prove it. I will have you back. No, you will not. That's very nice, Yuri. But I mean, Yuri. But that is your decision. But is but is that really your decision to make? I'm happy to see you again, and of course, and of course, uh, I'm happy to see you again, of course, and I don't mind and I don't mind making a cup of tea, so we can reconcile about old times. But there's a reason they're old times. I'm not your boyfriend anymore. It should be I should be able to date who I want to, shouldn't I? Mm. If you were any other person, I would agree with you uh, readily, readily. But since logic doesn't apply in your case, you're mine. Okay, she's starting to come crazy. Crap, her eyes are starting to look scary. The lights in her pupils have vanished. She isn't listening to me at all. Okay, she's a yandere. Oh shit! I just managed. I couldn't just. Can I just can't I just go along with this madness? Can I? How about I'm gonna save instead. No, how do I try to reach you? I'm not yours. I'm my own person. I rent this apartment. I have a job, and there are people here who care about me. I can't go back to the second restaurant with you. I can't. You can. You must. You do not have a choice in the matter. Yuri takes a step forward to me. She backs me into a corner. There's nowhere for me to run. I'll, I'll, I'll make sure you look at me and only me. I'm your very first girlfriend, and I fully intend to be your last. Now stop struggling. This won't hurt. This won't need to hurt. This needed. This need won't hurt. Well, this needed won't hurt. But though, it'll be all over soon enough. Yuri, wait. I tried to petition her, but but it but is but to little avail. Yuri is taking me by arms and pulls me in. Uh, Her mouth presses against mine. Her lips are soft and warm despite her cold and unapproachable appearance. Deep down beneath her layers of elegant white and blue and blue silk, Yuri's heart is very passionate. It must be for her to come all the way to Japan to find me. Please. She's been watching me for weeks, months. It could have been years for all I know. We've dated only a little while, but she never stopped thinking about me. Supposedly, she's always loved me. Okay, this now she's come back to claim me. I can't escape her, though I want to. My legs seem to be locked in place. My body is frozen. I can only sigh and I can only sigh into Yuri's hot, demanding kiss. She has nice booby. Mm. Her tongue coils with mine. I taste her saliva. There's, there's nothing sweet. Oh, there's something sweet about it, almost fruity. The softness of her skin, goodness, and the warmth of her lips, the taste of her tongue. It all serves to melt what little self-restraint I, I possess. Reality begins to warp. My uh, pulsates and my legs feel weak. Yuri's kiss is draining me. I can't. I can't keep standing any longer. I I break the kiss and step back, or at least I try to. I don't get very far because the walls in the way. My head bumps against it, and I groan. The room shifts before my eyes. The walls, my bookcase, the tatami mats, all blurry together. My strength fades. Then I pitch forward. I hit the ground, limp and inconsiderable, and everything goes black. Okay, yippee. Uh, okay. When I eventually wake up, it's with a dull, stubborn ache in my temple. I wonder, I wonder if something happened to me. Am I sick? Well, I wonder if something's wrong with me. My legs feel heavy. My arms and legs feel heavy, but I don't have a, but I don't seem to have a temperature. I'm not hot. But I feel cold. Yeah, 'cause you're naked. I bet. What's going on here? I don't know how long I was out. Oh, I don't know how long I've been asleep. I don't remember what happened before I passed out either. My mind is blank. My memories have slipped away. It's like my skull turned into a collage. It looks like I think I was in my home, but I wasn't alone. Who was with me? Hmm. I strain my leaping memory to its limit. My head's still throbbing. Maybe all this thinking is bad for me. Humans weren't made to ex to ex, to extend ourselves like this. What if I have what if I have a brain hemorrhage? It's a shame I don't have it's a shame I don't have any famous doctor in my harem of succubus. They're all very talented in their own ways, but I don't think any of them would make but I don't think any of them would be much use wielding a scalpel. Speaking of succubus, was I with a succubus before I passed out? Oh gosh, I think I might have been. I can recall though faintly the sensation of lips of the tension of lips against my own. Somebody kissed me. I pressed my finger against my lips as a detective might run his glove, rub his gloved fingers about a crime scene. If I was kissed, it might be, it must have been a few hours ago. I can't feel the warmth of my lips now. I feel cold. Where am I anyway? Now that I recall, now that I somewhat regain my senses, I let my hand fall from my mouth and look at my surroundings. It's not my apartment anymore. In fact, I have no idea where I am. This place is nothing. This place is nothing like I've seen before. I'm in a large room with a high vaulted ceiling. But the windows are, but there are windows. There are windows, but the sky outside is dark. Is dark, which makes everything dull and gloomy despite its grand scale. This room is really huge. It's like something from a fairy tale palace, but slightly wrong. The color scheme is too dark and gloomy to befit a a factuous uh, based of a factuous uh, haired heroine from a Destiny movie. Mm, maybe this spacious room is indeed the 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 abundance of an evil stepmother or a wicked witch. The last one, the wicked witch, the wicked witch. That might explain why it's so cold in here. It's full of dark magic. Burr. I shiver, wrapping my arms around myself as I continue to stir. The furniture seems to lower over me. The bed I'm sitting upon, meanwhile, is a real work of art. It's large, the mattress soft, and with a fancy headboard. Oh yeah, a lovely headboard for us to use. It looks like it looks like something a princess might sleep in. Princess? My brow frowns. Why was that a struck? Why is that struck a chord within me? I don't know any princesses. Perhaps they are pretty far in in today's modern social standing. Hold up. They're pretty rare in today's modern model uh, they're pretty rare in today's modern society. Beyond beyond fantasy RPGs and the like. There aren't all that many people who can confidently state that they are princesses, and those who would never interact with me. I'm just Okusawa Hero. There's nothing special about me other than my unique scent. Uh, Other than my unique scent that Sakura's find irresistible. There's no way that there's no way there's no way any member of any any country's world would fake interest in me. Okay, I guess take interest. No human princess would at least, but mm, what about our succubus princess? What if angry voice? I'm disappointed in you. You have been you have been an alt you have been an utterly awful influence. Mm. What do you have to say for yourself? I'm listening. Women voice, so are you? Mm. Hold on. Do not defer, no, do not refer to me as you. That is an that is a mark of disrespect, great disrespect. I am your lady, and you refer to me as thus. Now stop. Now stop staring at me with those sad eyes. You look utterly pitiful. You're going to make me sick. Ow. Huh? I stand up. I sit up with a strange with a little stagger. My senses restored. I can hear voices, their demean and distance, uh, but I think they must be coming from the outside of this room. Although I can't see any speakers, though I can't see the speakers, both voices sound familiar. One is proud, and other and not and hot. The other pained. The first voice seems a little. Uh, the first voice is a little harder to place than the second, but I'm certain about the owner of those low moans. You, how dare you, you bitch. Okay, that has to be more minor. What's going on? Hold up, you dare, yo, you would call me that despite my superior appearance. You do not know you do not know your place. You have let the acclaim of humans grow. You let the acclaim of the humans get to your head. Now submit before me. I won't stop until you cry. I've never heard her make such quite. I never made her make sounds quite like that before. But that's Rona. It has to be. She's in trouble. I need to go help her. I rise from the bed, disputing the dark corners that pull around me. Whoever laid me in the bed upon this, hold up, whoever laid me down upon this bed didn't strip me of my clothes. Thank goodness. So I don't need to hurry. So I don't need to hunt around for the uh, hu- I don't need to hunt around in an imposing wardrobe for something to put on. I dash across the vast bed chamber, the the the, the souls uh, the slows, uh, the soles of my feet slapping against the floor. The pain gasp and cries get louder with every step I take. I hope I'm not too late. Martin, I throw, I throw open the hateful double door and step out into a large hallway. The hallway is dark and the hallway is dark in the sky, and the sky beyond these windows is pitch black. This strange, this strange. Oh, these are big doors. Okay, this strange, otherworldly mansion is nothing like anywhere I've been before. In terms of design, it's Western Gothic too. It looks like it looks like a haunted house at Disneyland. I'm guessing Disneyland, but but it's on a far grander scale. Everything looks very expensive. The person who owns this place must be an uh, a, must be an what's it called uh, artist or antique. It's something. I know the damn word. I wonder if I wonder if this place has been billarded has a billiard rooms and a library. And uh, my mumbling, uh, my muzzling, my suing are cut short by another cry. Where it sounds much closer now. This this hallway this hallway is lined with numbers numbers wooden doors, all related to all of them leapt, leapt with brash handles, but my senses are telling me she's behind this one. Hold on, Maria, I'm coming. My fingers tighten about the door handle. I pull it to Ricken to 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 Wick, Wick, Wickerson with Withering with the effort. All the doors in this place are heavy. Then slip inside. Uh, I look around. I look around this new room's eyes are gold. It's large. It's larger than a bedroom, if such a thing is possible. For a large room, it's very spacious. Save the throne. Oh, save for the throne. Save save for a throne at the very back is set upon brazen dais. If this really is a if this really is the throne room, the stands the, it stands to reason royalty must live here. This isn't just a mansion; it's a palace. Wow! I stare I stare as a tourist might would. I stare as a tourist might with widened, surprised eyes. In any in any in any way, I guess I am a tourist. This place is unfamiliar to me. It's been more surprises. It's more. I've seen more new surprises. Hold on. I've seen more new sights in the last 5 minutes than I ever have. Hold on. This place is unfamiliar to me. I've seen more new sights in the last 5 minutes than I have in the last 5 years. I would. It would be nice if I had my camera so I could take photos of this place and its excellent or exquisite attire or but now's not the time. I have finally found her. Marna. Oh, cat fight. Hero. So Mara stares at me, her face bright red with embarrassment. Mm, I think if if I were in Maria's shoes, which doesn't look like she's wearing any, I'd be embarrassed too. Mm. She's she's swatted, swayed on the ground like an insect or a bug, something less than human. Her voluptuous bosom is pressed is pushed up painfully, uh, pushed up pushed up painfully on the plush carpet, and her long hair coils messily about her. Her legs are slightly spread, and and her sharp and her sharply rear is raised in the air. Tasty. Such a pose in a pose such as this would be humiliating for anybody, let alone a businesswoman a businesswoman of Maria's caliber. But that doesn't but that doesn't turn surreal or but that doesn't surmise the full extent of our hubris. There's somebody. There's somebody sitting upon the throne, sorting, sporting long, long black tesseract and and a skin and a skin tight costume that leaves little to the imagination. I think I know who it is, although I've not seen her wear clothes like this before. It's my high school sweetheart, Yuki. I suppose her real name is Yuri, the ruler of Succubus. She's Marina's superior, and right now she's treating Marina like a piece of furniture. Yuri's feet are bare and one leg raised as he props it up. Oh yeah, not not on a stool or porphyr, but on Marina's body. Uh, uh, Yuri nudges Maria with her foot. She grinds her soil against the top of Marina's head, none too gentle, and Marina groans. And now you can do. Wow. Her lower lip is trembling. Marina glances down at the ground. I'm sorry, Harold. I didn't want you to see me like this. I'm I'm sorry, Harold. I didn't want you to see me like this. I'm supposed to be the one who dominates, rather the one who is to be dominated. Marina eyes, Marina's eyes beamed with bitter, angry tears. I hope this doesn't so. I hope this doesn't sour your opinion of me. I'm sure I must look pathetic. Yes, you do. Yuri looks at Marna coldly, her arms folded. Uh, she grinds her foot atop Marna's head even harder in a truly vertical, vinical manner that seems calculated to cause as much pain and humiliation as possible. Uh, she wouldn't be getting turned on by this, would she? Marta can't withstand the blunt of the full blunt of Yuri's anger. Her body drips and her face of flame. Her succubus wings, which protruded her back, quiver. Dogs must wag their dogs might wag their tail when they're happy, but I don't think I don't think the anxiety quivering of Maria's wings signify happiness. She must feel wretched. She looks kind of wrenched, to be honest. What? Drenched? Drenched? Mm. Now, no, not that I'm curious. Not that I would be callous or enough to tell her that. It's fine, Mona. Don't worry about it. I don't think any less of you because of this. You do really mean that? Yes, I do. I'm very fond of you. As I said before, this something like this isn't enough to sway my feelings. I do. I know you're not. Yeah, I know you're not covering. Hold up. I know you're not covering for this woman because you want to. She must have forced you into this. How slaveful. How astute. Mm, mm. Yuri casts her eyes upon me. Her interest are Her iris are pale blue, icy blue, icy blue, and they look paler still in this in this darkened throne room, so so plex, penetrating. I shiver. It is true enough that Marna did not want to prostrate herself before me, but then again, she never does. Mm, she's always been difficult. Yuri's lips chipper. She thinks she's above me solely because she's older and a bit more and a bit more experience. She has never she has never uh, she has never before taken me seriously, though I suppose to though I'm supposed to be her ruler. She's always disgraceful. She's always degenerate, uh, degenerated and disrespect me. She has far more. She has far too much pride for a mere underling. I have even tried to be lenient with her, but I can't stand it now. I'll grind her beneath my heel, quite literally, as you can see, and show her just how small and insignificant she really is. Now, Marina, uh, Yuri looks down at our captive at our captive. She's Yuri still isn't smiling. Her expression is coldly detached, but I get the feeling she's enjoying this a bit more than she's letting on. Yuri really is a sadist. Yeah, you won't object to yourself. You won't you subjugate yourself to me? I will punish. I will I will punish you as is my right. It is what you deserve for seducing my dear hero. Seducing. Miranda growls, uh, glowers at Yui. Okay, you make you make me sound like you make me sound like some sort of wicked temptress. You well, aren't you? You are a succubus. So are you, and so are you. There you go. But throw it right back in our face. Seducing men, it might seducing men might be in our nature, but hero is more than just a conquest to me. In the beginning, I spoke to him because of his unique scent. Intrigued me. It was more. It was more. It was a little more than idle cu- uh, curiosity, really. But but as time went on, our relationship developed. I began to learn a little more about him, and then how dare you? You interrupts Marina's story. Her voice is cold and glance as a snowdrift. Don't talk. Don't talk to me about your so-called relationship with my beloved. If you do, I will inflict far more torments upon you than this. Yuri pushes her bare saloon against Marina's head with such force. Marina's body buckles. Her chin hits the ground, and she whimpers. Maybe she bit her tongue. Is that why her eyes are beheading with tears? You are truly shameful, even for a succubus. I've tried to tell you this a dozen of times already, but I suppose I must make it clear enough. I suppose I suppose I mustn't make it clear enough. One does not get tired of repeating oneself, though. I'm a busy woman. I'm a busy woman, and I have a good deal. I have a good deal more to do than punish you for your transgressions. So please pay attention. So please try to pay attention. If I ever, if I have, if if I ever have to school you, like, if I ever have to school you in this manner again, I'll crack open your skull. Yuri stamps on Marna's head without mercy, her eyes emotionless. Hero is mine. He belongs to me, not you. I won't let you lay so much as a finger on him again. I don't care what sort of relationship if you might have had once. It's all null and void now. We're in the Sakura's realm. Nobody can refuse my wishes. I rule this place with absolute power. And so and so so we're in the Sakura's realm, aren't we? I had wondered. I guess that clears up one mystery. Yuri must have brought me here when I fell unconscious. She must be she must be Rieger, but I don't want to but I don't think she's above using underhanded methods to get what she wants. Yes, she is. I guess she used magic to knock me out. I guess she used magic on me to knock me out. Incidentally, in, incident, incidentally, so I wouldn't be able to struggle. Then she kidnapped me. Am I going to be trapped here from now on? How does one get back to Tokyo from the Sakura's realm anyway? Maybe I need to walk through some sort of portal, recite some sort of spell, or or click or click a pattern of ruby, or 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 click a pair of rubber or a pair of rubber of ruby red slippers together. Yuri's still disciplining Marina. What's she saying? I've decided I want Hero, so you must learn to keep your distance and hold your tongue. This is not a request, this is an order. Yuri kicks Marina's head, her shoulders, and stomach. As Marina slumps onto the ground, propped up by her hands, by her arms, she cannot protect herself. And if she tried, I think it would provoke Yuri's wrath further. Martyrs has no option but to take this abuse. Marta grins her teeth together. Her eyes are filled with angry tears, but but she has too much pride to let it fail, let them fall. Somehow, somehow she looks oddly disfigured, uh, defiled. It's something, despite the severe, despite the severe dressing down she's receiving. I don't think I'll be able to endure such torments without shedding at least a couple of tears. Yuri's not exactly being gentle. It's a good thing she removed her socks. Oh, it's a good thing she removed her shoes at least. I guess being kicked repeatedly must hurt. I'll forgive you for I'll forgive you for your previous relations with your you weren't you weren't you weren't to know that I already claimed him. You like to indulge. You like to imagine you're the smallest. You like to imagine you are the smartest of us all, but you are wholly ignorant. I I can't relieve somebody for acting without first knowing. Another sharp and sudden kick to the stomach. But now you do know, so you should keep your distance. Look upon this as a warning. If you ever test my patience again, I'll make sure you eat dirt and cry tears of blood. Dot dot dot. You're just kicking. Uh, you're just kicking Marna indiscriminately, while Marna's groans and gasps. Why aren't you doing anything? It looks like you. It looks like it looks like Yuri was in control of her facilities more or less when I arrived in the throne room, but my patience seems to have spurred her jealousy into insane levels. If this keeps up, Marta will be might be in serious danger. I might, I know she's a succubus. Mm, I know that I know she's a succubus, and I know she's a succubus, and her body is made of harder stuff than a normal human. But Yuri's a succubus too. She must be very powerful and not holding back. Marta's body is going to end up covered in black and blue bruises. She might break a bone alone. Yuri shows no signs of stopping anytime soon, despite Marna's gasp. Marna's Marna's pain is only encouraging her. I have to do something. No shit. I can't stop, but this is too cruel. I grit my teeth. Fingers curled into my fist, I cry out. Quit it, Yuri. That's enough. What do you think you're doing? What are you doing in school? Marna has done nothing to deserve this. Leave her alone. Oh. Yuri glances at me. Yuri glances at me. She pauses her lips together. You must not be smart. Oh, you must be smarter than I thought, hero, to interfere with such matters. As a ruler of, as a ruler of, as a ruler of the Succubus realm, and all succubus who dwell in it, nobody can tell me what to do. I do not take orders. I'm not good. I'm giving Marna only what she deserves. Yuri glances down at Marna. She's still curled up on the floor beneath Yuri's bare foot. Her face twisted in pain. It certainly looks like she is suffering. Her eyes are damp, watery. When she squeezes them together, a couple of tears trickle down her cheeks. Yuri sighs. Well, perhaps you have a point. There might there is a chance there is a chance I may have been a little too through and disputing retribution. Oh, a little, huh? One does not one does not look one does not look like what one does not like to lose one's cool as a ruler of succubus, which which fertilize emotions are understandably for myself or unsuitable for myself. I hate to look I hate to look hypocritical, so I'm finished with you. I'm finished with you for the present, Lana. I trust my actions made an impact, even if my words do not. Now leave. Now go. Leave me in peace. I do not wish to see your face again. Huh, huh, huh. Maria laughs. She might have a stern a st- she might sustain a lot of damage, but her pride is hasn't wavered. Rather than thanking Yuri for her kindness, she instead says, uh, uh, "The feeling is quite mutual. I can assure you." Oh, yo, yo, oh gosh! Yuri's eyes flash. Are you trying to talk back to me, Marina? After after all you endured, Do you truly have no sense of self-preservation? If you enjoy the if you enjoyed the sensation upon my foot upon your quivering body that much, I could always punish you again. No, no, it's fine, lady. My apologies. Wow, she's a masochist. Oh Lord, Uh, uh, Marina adjusts her the straps of her complex suit, of our complex outfit, then offers you a clapped, a chippered, a clipped curtsy. Now I shall depart. Yes, do that quick. Yes, hold up. Yes, you do that. Do it quickly too. If you do not, I may forcibly make you make you depart. Not just from this room, but from the world of all living beings. How frightening! You really have a way with words, my lady. Hero is right. Hero is right, though. If you are to be an effective rule leader, you really ought to work on your temper. Anger does not, anger does not become you. Ooh, ooh, yo, the bird. Yuri glares at Marta, but Marta doesn't see it. She's already turned on her heels. Yo, oh, oh, damn. I watch I watch Marina walks off. Her motions are somewhat slow and sluggish, so no doubt the beating she received at Yuri's hands, or foot rather. Uh, Marina walks into something, or Marina walks with something of a limp, and she has to drag her leg behind her, but she remains self-preserved possessed. Oh, self-preserved. She exits the room, closes the heavy door behind her with a thud, with a dull thud. Now it's just Yuri and me in the throne room, and the air feels positively clear. The atmosphere is thick. You could cut it with a knife. I felt I felt much this hold on, I felt much as I felt much the same back in my apartment when I was all alone with Yuri. Chills are running up and down my spine, but my palms are starting to sweat. My heart is beating pretty hard too. Is this what biologists call a a flight or fight response? My body must know must what my body must know on some instinct level it's not safe to be in a room. It's not safe to be alone in yours company. I can't trust her. What if she turns on me like Marina did? What if she turns on me like she did Marina? The thought is a frightening one, but I'm not. But I'm far more unrel- far more unrelated by the posture of being trapped in the succubus realm for many years, maybe decades. That is much better. Uh, uh, Idly, Yuri to- toyly toys with a lock of her long dark hair. Uh, her blue eyes, so pale they seem to be devoid of pigness, stares stares at me. She might as well be seeing right through me to my very soul. It's it's nice being alone with you, hero. That that is rarely why that is rarely that is rarely why I brought you here in the first place. Now when the succubus well, you're all mine. I won't let any of the other succubus in my palace to lay a finger on you. If they were tried, they'll be graceful. They'll be with grave consequences. I made it quite apparent that you're mine and mine alone. That's very flattering, more like disturbing. But how long am I going to be staying here? As long as I deem necessary. That's not very useful response. I need to try and get some sort of concrete information out of her. And how? Oh, excuse me. And how long? And how long is that exactly? Don't ask questions. Yuri frowns. Don't you make it sound like you almost don't want to spend time with me. I don't. You're not happy to see me again? Uh, That's it. I would be happier if you weren't being so cruel. Yeah, I'm gonna let her have it. I'm gonna let her have it. I don't care if I don't care if I get killed at this point. I'll be happy if you. I'm happy to see you again if you weren't being so cruel. Cruel. Yep, exactly. You raise their eyebrows. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay. As a princess of the Succubus realm, is my as as a princess of the Succubus realm, it's my duty to discipline naughty succubus who step out of line. Maria was asking for it. How? No, she wasn't. I glare at Yuri, my anger resurfacing. Nobody would ask her to be treated. Nobody would be asked to be treated like that. What you did is wrong. It was immoral. You should apologize, or else, what? Yuri surveys me with her blue, with her blue eyes cold as ice. Her look is impassionate, and I find myself wrinkling. I don't know what to say to her. Nothing I can say will say you won't like her. There you go. That'll stop her. There's nothing I can do to threaten her. Yes, there is. She has far more. I thought I would be. I thought that would remain you quiet. She smiles. I understand your desire to play hero, but it's a necessary. Marna is a grown woman. She can look after herself. Do not let her sour our union. She's unimportant. I would like to argue that point, but I let it slide for now. I swear, this fucking guy right here, this pisses me off. Other things worry on my mind. I can't stay here, you know. I have a life waiting for me back in Tokyo. I have an apartment and a job. I need to return. Oh, her, what? Well, how boring you become. Your size. I suppose I'm pleased you have grown into a responsible man, but you need not worry about such things any longer. Now, now, now you exist for one purpose alone, keeping me happy. Uh, let let uh, let me smooth let me smooth you of your concerns, my dear hero. Yuri licks her lower lip with her tongue. I shall give you my I shall gi- I shall give myself upon you fully until you forget about your prior attachments. Then you'll beg me to stay. Then you'll beg me to stay here. I am certain upon that. She's awfully con- she's awfully confident, given she has nothing to back up these claims. I hope she doesn't mean to cast some sort of spell on me. I'm a little curious. Won't Cosmo and IU and others come wonder where I've gone? Oh, you still care about them, even though you have me. I don't care for you, to be honest. Yours eyes flash. Forget about them. They are no longer relevant. But there'll be no buts. I'm the ruler, and I do not tolerate back back chat from you, whom I love most dearly. Okay, if you cannot tolerate it, then that shows you don't love me. Now, if you're worried about Cosme allowing the rest, I do not fear. I've already informed them that you're to your new whereabouts. You have, indeed. I thought it would be difficult if you were to suddenly disappear one day, and they'll be none the wiser. As infuriating as my subjects are, I do not wish to make them panic. It is my duty as their ruler to look out for them, no matter how they have wounded me. It's a matter as a matter of fact, they're all in the Succubus realm right now too. They are. Are some of them? Uh, I, are some of them all? I summoned all of those pesky succubus here, although Maria, alongside Marina, so I could scold them. They have been very, very naughty girls, Hifumi included. I was shocked when I learned that she has been intimate with you too. I did not expect. I did not expect it of her. As you can see, I'm still very upset. I'm still very upset. I still think I still I think I'll keep them in the succubus realm for a while as part of their punishment until they learn that reason or until they learn that lesson. Does that mean I can see them? Can I talk to them? Now, why would you want to when you have me? Okay, see. You keep see. This the crap I don't like. I I should be more. I should be more than enough for you, hero. Once I'm enough for you, I, once I was enough for you. I was your only girlfriend. We made each other very happy. We made one another happy. Yeah, yeah. We used to make each other happy, but you become a bitch, so I don't like you now. Yuri dips her head. She pauses. She presses her head. She presses her hand to her chest and above her heart. She isn't smiling. She doesn't seem to do that often, but her expression has softened somewhat. She doesn't look as icy as usual or no more or as in nor as intimidating. I think she must be remembering the fond memories we had between us. We were only together for a handful of months, but we were almost impenetrable inseparable during that time. That's quite a we were quite uh quintuplets, quintessential lovey dovey couple, lost in our own bubble, despite uh disgusting disgusting to all uncomfortable enough to witness us. We went on a lot of dates. We went to cafes. We went to movies, to the countryside. We studied together. We tried and you even tried to cook for me, even though her food was borderline incredible, inedible, inedible. Oh gosh, she can't cook. Mm, we share many passions, happy ones. We shared many passion, precious happy moments. At the time, at that time at the time I really did love her, but I don't love you now. I'm surprised. Yeah, hold up. I'm sure you were lonely when I left your life. That is why you had all these silly, meaningless relationships with all these girls, with all these succubus, one after another. You are trying to fill the hole left in your heart during by my hasty absence. But you do not need to turn but you do not need to turn to the arms of other women now. None are kinder and more thoughtful. None are kinder, more thoughtful lovers than I, and none of them love you more than I do. More than what? Truly, no, 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 no. You already showed me your true colors. I met you. I met you long before they did. After all, yes, they you did, but you still left me, didn't you? Now, uh, uh, Yuri rises from her throne. Her wings twitched. Her long hair fluttered around her white, creamy shoulders, like a shroud. Why don't I show you how much I love you, hero? It's been very long time since we were together, and I would very much like to make the most of this moment. You are very, mm, you are exceedingly important to me. No woman can love you as much as I do. I I will accept every drop of your love, so don't worry. Yuri smiles. You can do whatever you want with me. We will spend the whole day together and all night, and I won't leave your side until I successfully make you happy. Wow, I wasn't playing. I was hoping he would fucking resist. Mm, I lie back on my unfamiliar bed, and I stare back at the unfamiliar ceiling. Mm, I'll instantly concluded. Yuri left. She told me she had business to attend to, but she promised she would return. Mm. I'm the one who brought you here, so I wouldn't. So I won't be lonely. I'll take very good care of you. You should know by now, after everything we've done together, that I'm really the most capable woman for you. Nobody else can come close. Um, so don't yearn after everybody but me during my absence. Yeah, that was what she said before giving me a kiss and departing in a sweep of long black hair. Her statements were sweet, I suppose, but that's a little unraveling. How are you going along with this? I'm glad Yuri likes me so much. I can't think of any man who would be able to be who would be able, who wouldn't be pleased to bask in the attention of a woman like her. Is this man stupid? She's beautiful but awfully controlling. Maybe that comes with being a ruler. I suppose she has to be stern in order to keep the succubus from. But surely there are limits. My mind flickers back to Marinus lying in a curable heap at Yuri's feet. I wrinkle. Mm, mm. No, what? Frankens? I say Yuri really did go too far. She treated Marina awful. I'm glad I was able to step in before Marina got seriously hurt. But what would have happened if I haven't if I wasn't there? Uh, I dare to imagine. This guy needs to be a stop being a damn fucking doormat. What am I going to do? I mutter loudly, no, but nobody responds. I don't expect him to. Mm, I know I'm on my own. Although this bedroom is large, it's opposing. The furniture is all really dark, and the furniture, large though it is, it seems to be spaced out. Though isn't enough of though there isn't enough stuff to fill up this vast carver's room. It feels like I'm in a bit. Uh, it feels it feels a bit like I'm in a cave. The the parterre Prudent night beyond the open windows does little to cheer me. Why not just open the window and jump out? No, I have no idea how long. I have no idea how long have I been laying here nor what time it is. It doesn't look like the sun ever rises in the circuitous realm. It's pitch black when I first awoke here, and it's still black now. It matches my current mood. If I'm being quite honest, I'm trapped here in a strange environment, and I'm afraid there's no way for me to get back home. Hold up. What will I do about my job? What will my parents say when they find out I'm missing? I've gone missing. Then I need to worry about rent too. I know time passes differently here than it does in the human world. It's been 10 years since I last saw Yuri, but she told me it felt more like a century. I don't know how to work out. I don't know how to work out the exact math without a calculator. I have never been the best at mental answers. It's something, but but if I'm but if but I've been here but I've been here but I've been here for, let's say, 6 hours. Only a fraction of that will have been passed in the human world. I feel I feel like I have been here for a long time, but actually it must have been about 10 minutes or so. That's not enough time for anybody to notice I'm gone missing. That gives me a bit of leeway. It shouldn't matter, or it shouldn't matter too much if I stay here for a few days or a few weeks. But I don't want to stay here for the rest of my life. At least I don't think I do. Do I? No. Hell no. Hell no. No. No, absolutely cannot. I know I can't stay here. No, hell no. I'll die. Even though, even, dude, even I don't even want to entertain the notion. I don't hate Yuri. Yuri, I, but I don't. But the fact remains, she's holding me as a prisoner. I got to be careful. If I don't harden my heart, if I don't harden my heart against her, I might come I might come down with a case of Stockholm syndrome. Then I'll never be able to escape. Speaking of which, nothing will get done if I keep lying here. I need to take matters into my own hands. Yuri didn't forbid me from looking around, so why don't I explore this place? This palace. I keep my eye, if I keep my eyes peeled, I'm sure I'll be able to find some sort of clues that will help me guide me back home. I have to if I don't. I don't want to think about it. That's too grim of a that's a too grim a possibility to even begin to comprehend. I'm I meander aimlessly up and down the expensive hallways of Yuri's palace. I pass numerous wooden doors along the way, but when I try their handles, I discover most of them are locked. I really do wonder what's behind all these doors. Maybe it's meant to be a secret. If Yuri knew what I'm doing, would she scold me? I don't want her. I don't want her to treat me as she did Marna. Well, if she did that, then tell me. I mean, if she did that, would she would? I mean, she couldn't say she loves me. You just, I mean, that's just possessive. I doubt she would, though I doubt she would be that cruel to me. Yeah, right. She loves me. She seems to love me too much. Yeah, see, that's a yandere right there. It's possibly because the obsession of love of hers, and I found myself in this situation. Gee, this place is huge. I feel like I've been walking for hours, but I've yet to find an entrance to his palace. The hallway seems to repeat itself over and over again, like a tenuous patterns. In fact, I might be right back where I started. Maybe you're casting some sort of spell on this place. She's canny. She must have known I would try to escape. This is impossible. I sigh. I pass a few succubus. I pass a few succubus during my stroll. They have horns and wings, and they are wearing skimpy costumes which could pass as maid outfits. I wonder if they are Yuri servants. They shoot me they shoot me curious glances, giggle among themselves like I'm some sort of specimen in a fog like I'm sort of specimen, a frog in a jar, but they don't try to approach me. I greet them. I greet one of them. She turns on about her heels, then marches down off the hallway in an opposite direction. I guess Yuri must have given her maid strict orders not to interact with me. One pain one on pain of death. She's awfully controlling. It'd be nice if I could talk to somebody, but none of these succubus here dare to look at me in the eye. I feel trapped. Desperate now. I cross the hallway and stare out the window. The sky, as expected, is inky black. The succubus room is kind of depressing, huh? It's no wonder. It's no wonder so many of them prefer staying in the human world. This place seems sterile, 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 sterile. It's kind of like a hospital. Although I don't like many hospitals, apart plush wine, but I don't think many hospitals sport plush wine, red carpets, and and gilded chandeliers. I'll amend my previous statement. A very eccentric Gothic sort of hospital. I lean my elbows upon the windowsill and glance down. There's some sort of courtyard below with a stone fountain and a few trees. There's a few bushes. There's a few bushes of red roses, all carefully uh all carefully cultivated in what I think might be foxgloves, too, or hindlicks. A few bushes are set up about the fountain, perhaps for an open air meal, perhaps pancakes and the like. And quite, it is quite surreal actually. It looks like some sort of couple. It looks like some sort of couple might go to relax. The scenery isn't the most important thing in this courtyard, however, it's the people that populate it. I recognize them. The girl, hold up, the girl with the short, chubby hair tied in the back and a scumpy ponytail or pigtail could only be Cosmos, and I would recognize I used distinctive orange pigtails for a mile. They're all there. They're all here. They're all there. IU Cosmos, Cosmos, IU, Hifumi, Marna. Wait, hold up. Well, I say they're all there, but Hazel is completely absent. I have no idea where she is, but maybe that's a good thing. Perhaps Yuri spared her. Hold up, perhaps Yuri spared her her wrath and has allowed her to remain in the human realm. I don't know the precise details right now, but I feel like I don't know very much at all. But I think talking to these four succubus might clear up the matters. I just need to get down there. If anybody knows a way to escape this place, I'm sure they will. Yeah, see, that's the funny thing. Getting down there, that's the problem. Luck might be on my side after all. No, it's not. Ta- uh, But it takes a while for me to figure out how to get to the courtyard. This palace is new to me, and the layout is strange, confusing. It's almost like a maze. I got lost on several occasions. I ran into dead ends frequently, and no matter how much I search, I can't find a door that leads outside. I tried to ask your maids for advice. They're not very helpful. I'm afraid I think Oh, afraid I think of potential retribution. Should they show me any kindness, they turn tail and flee. It'd be nice if at least I had one ally in this place. But that may be selfish. I'm sure Ayu, I'm sure Ayu, Cosmos, Hifumi, Hazel, and Marta will help me. I just need to find them first. I glow, I grow more and more frustrated with every passing minute, but I don't give up. I continue my search doubly, obsessively until finally, thank goodness, I reach my destination. I'm standing outside at last. I'm free. Not. The courtyard is tickled with wings of Yuri's mansion. I might be even more trapped in this isolated square space than I was inside. Okay, I'm just gonna cut it here, cause wow, that was freaking amazing. That was a long, that was a long one. Um, but I hope you all enjoyed. That's probably the longest I've done. Um, but um, thank you for coming. I appreciate you. I hope to do this more. I'll try to make much stuff longer. But thanks for coming. Oh gosh, my back. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Thanks for coming. I doubt any of you even made this far, but hey, I'll be surprised. Um, thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna shout out to Silence Guy. Um, and shout out to I doubt any of you who's even gonna make this far anyway. But I notice I'm pretty sure I think he does at least. But if any of you outsmith this far, which I'll be surprised, um, thank you. I appreciate all of you who do make it this far. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna try. What I'm gonna try and do is what I'm gonna try and do from I guess what I'm gonna try and do is get what I'm gonna try and do is get uh, what I'm gonna try and do from now is okay. I'm gonna. I know since visual novels, I know most people. Well, for me, any darn way, I have trouble. I really have trouble getting these watch hours up. So I'm gonna try and get um. I'm gonna probably do recordings of games that I play and well, yeah, and see if that worked. But anyway, but anyway, um, thank you for coming. I hope you all have a pleasant day. It should be day. But yeah, anyway, thank you.